Hello, this is Doug. I'm the developer of Best Way Websites, and we want to talk to you a little bit about getting started with us. Um, with Best Way Websites, we know how to properly develop websites. That's number one. Number two, we know how to get those websites qualified traffic. And number three, we know how to create effective conversion mechanisms for our clients' websites. These are the three things that must happen if you're going to have a website that actually works for you. Proper development, qualified traffic, and effective conversion. I just want to touch briefly on each one of those things to give you an idea of what that means. Excuse me. To begin with, proper development covers basically two areas: form and function. Form is how the website looks, and then function is how it works. So when it comes to form, today the most important thing about any website is that it works very well on mobile devices, because for just about any business today, 60 to 70% at least of your website's visitors are going to be looking at your website on a very small, narrow screen on a smartphone. So it is imperative that your website be truly mobile friendly. This does not simply mean that you can see the website on a mobile, but that the content that's presented to them flows well into a mobile device. Websites should be developed today, not only today, but for many years now, with cascading style sheets that will present an attractive website to the people that are looking at it, regardless of the screen size that they're using. If they're using a desktop or a laptop or a pad or even a big screen down to the most narrow of smartphones, the website should flow into that and give a good presentation to the person that's viewing it. That's the most important thing about form. Also, when it comes to form, there's the elements that are related to colors, the visibility of the logo. If you're using one, it's not necessary that you use a logo. But if you're using one, the colors of the theme of the website should either complement, the website, or the colors need to work well with what's in the logo typically. So if we're developing a new site and our user has a logo, we will typically pick the thematic colors of the site from the logo, but they need to work well with it regardless. Also, as far as form, you want to make sure that you take full advantage of the real estate. So if someone is viewing your site on a larger screen, they should get a very compelling view. So we don't want to force everyone into what would be constrained if they go to a mobile. And then the function, the navigation these days needs to be at the top. The navigational line needs to be what we call sticky. So if they're on a larger screen and they scroll down, the navigation needs to stay in the place at the top. It should not disappear and scroll away. That's really important as far as function. And then when the site goes to reduces the screen width to a mobile, the typical iconic view for the navigation for the website would be the little menu icon, and we call it a hamburger. There's three lines. So the top line would be the top bun, and then the middle line would be the meat, and the bottom line would be the bottom of the bun. So you want to make sure that that's presented well to them so people can use and get to your content. So proper development, of course, is where it starts. You included in that as well is optimizing the images, so you're not forcing people to download large image files when it's unnecessary. If they're viewing on a screen, they don't need to be looking at an image that is even as big as a megabyte. A couple of 100K usually is enough to give them a good presentation. Qualified traffic. We can teach you how, things that you can do yourself to get qualified traffic. For example, if you're in business, you probably have a business card. Your web address should be on the business card as well as a QR code. And when you talk to people, you hand them your card, they can scan that QR code with their phone and go directly to your website with it. So that's a way of getting qualified traffic if you're talking to someone and they're interested in the product or service that you sell. That's something that you can do. The other things that you can do is being active in social media, like with Meta or Facebook, having a Facebook business page that's active and be posting to it regularly. Of course, having your Google profile set up as well as the profiles for Yahoo as well is important for getting discovery. And that will help with getting qualified traffic to your website. For those that purchase the service from us, we also provide a local search marketing platform where we will create your business citation and get that published out to all the major data aggregators in turn, as well as applicable directories where you should be listed. And that's something that you can do directly yourself, but it's beyond the skill level and understanding of most small business owners. So usually they subscribe to a service level that includes that. But qualified traffic is visitors that come to your website that are human beings. Most of the traffic to many websites is actually robots or crawlers. And that's necessary in order to get your site content indexed in different search engines. And but the robots, they're not going to buy anything from you. So qualified traffic begins with, it has to be a human being that's actually looking at the content that's on your website. And the second thing is they actually need to be looking or at least interested in the products or services that you sell or provide. Because getting traffic to your website does not matter if it's not qualified. I mean, it doesn't matter to you ultimately. We're interested in getting our clients' websites up and getting qualified traffic to them so people will purchase products and services from our customers that we work with. So qualified traffic needs to be human, needs to be interested in what you're selling. A big part of getting qualified traffic to your website too has to do with development of the pages. The page content needs to be keyword phrase saturated, rich. So if people are looking for what you do on Google or some other search engine, but you can pretty much just say Google, they actually find that your page comes up in the results. This is really important when they're looking for the products that you sell or the services that you provide, and they do not know the name of your company. If they know the name of your company, they should be able to find your website easily. But if you're interested in trying to get leads from people that you have not met or have not been referred to you, then you need to be embedded in search so you're discoverable. And when a website is properly developed, you will be discoverable for more than just one keyword phrase. So a part of the development that we do, depending upon how aggressive a company wants to be, is to create specific content pages that are based upon specific products or services that our clients provide. So that's a little bit about qualified traffic. The third thing is effective conversion, because you can have a website that is indexed well in search engines and that is getting traffic to it, but you're not making sales. No one is calling you to set up an appointment, to ask for a estimate. They're not tapping on your store icons to make purchases. Then if that's the case, you need to work on conversion. And to convert, you really need to make sure that the message is clear, it's crystal clear, what you're about. And if it comes to the sales, three things. Number one, what is your offer? Needs to be clear. Number two, why do they need it? And then number three, how do they get it? That's basically what needs to be crystal clear for someone to be able to move to the next point. We're very enthused about having our clients use pitch videos to introduce their company, especially when they're service related or any part of the products that they sell comes with services. But if you'll do just a very short video and present that to users when they show up, where you, the owner of the business, talk to them and introduce yourself, tell just a little bit about your company, and then what it is that you do and how do they get it. That is very effective in converting people. We've discovered that the conversion rate of visitors to websites will often double just by the use of a simple pitch video, something that you can record using your smartphone. 20 or 30 seconds long is all it needs to be. You don't need to have a professional production. You can do as fancy as you want, but it won't make it more effective. In some cases, I think it's probably more effective to be not so polished. And for example, I'm sitting out on my deck, one of the decks that's on my home, and in my garden work clothes, this jacket and this hat, and so I don't look fancy or slick, and I don't think that matters. What matters is the content of what I'm saying in the video, which has gone long now. It's 13 minutes, so I'm going to stop. Get in touch with us and we can help you. Go ahead and read the rest of the content. Scroll down this page and read the content that's on the page, and we look forward to helping you soon. Thank you.